You've probably tried training one side more than the other to fix a muscle imbalance, but it's not that simple. Here's what actually works. Most people think muscle imbalances are just about strength differences, but the real problem, it's neuromuscular control. How well your brain coordinates movements between both sides of your body. If you don't fix that, you'll keep reinforcing bad patterns and one side will always compensate. The first step isn't just lifting heavier on one side. It's teaching your brain to fire muscles evenly. To do that, focus on slow, controlled movements that force your brain to engage stabilizers. Try these. Isometric holds. Holding a single leg stance or single arm carry forces your brain to activate the weaker side. Controlled eccentric movements. Slowing down the lowering phase of an exercise teaches both sides to move with equal control. Proprioception work. Balance drills and banded exercises retrain movement coordination. Think of it like updating software before running the program. If your brain isn't controlling both sides equally, no amount of strength training will fix the problem. Step 2, address mobility and stability before strength. If one side moves differently, that's the priority before you add weight. For example, if you struggle with overhead pressing on one side, it might not be weakness. It could be a mobility restriction in your thoracic spine or shoulder. To fix this, use thoracic rotation drills to correct upper body imbalances, work on ankle and hip mobility to ensure both sides move the same way, and train stability with single leg and single arm exercises before jumping into heavier lifts. You don't want to build strength on a faulty foundation, so fix movement quality first. Step 3, reinforce symmetry and real movement patterns. This is often the most overlooked step. Here's the mistake most people make. They do a bunch of corrective work, but never integrate that strength back into full movement patterns. To truly fix an imbalance, you need to blend corrective work with foundational movement patterns. You can't just fix an imbalance in isolation. You have to make sure it works when you move in real life. Muscle imbalances aren't just about doing more reps on one side. The real fix is retraining how your body moves. First, focus on neuromuscular control, teaching your brain to fire muscles evenly, then restore mobility and stability so both sides move the same way, and finally integrate that balance back into full body movement patterns to lock in the change. That's how you fix an imbalance for good. Save this video and send it to someone who's been struggling with muscle imbalances.